Good morning. Today I am bringing you tag number 1 out of the 13 tags of Halloween, and our word for the day is bats. And this is the tag that I made. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love the playfulness of it. I love the way that the products work together. So let's talk through it real quick. I'm going to flip these front little tags over. So originally my thought was just a tag, and then I was like, but I kind of want to label them according to the day. And so they've kind of become little miniature taggy stacks. So not as complete as a taggy stack, but a mini one. So let's see, let's start with this bottom layer. So I started by using the Distress Oxides and the Tim Holtz Moon Mask, which I'm going to be honest, when I first saw it last year, and it was part of the Stamped Timber set, and then he introduced the Moon Mask set of 3, I didn't get it. I was like, yeah, no, But y'all, I get it now. If you don't have it, I really do think it needs to be added to your stash, especially if you like making backgrounds. So here I've used the medium-sized one. I've gotten most of it on the tag. There was some hanging off to the side. It was just so easy to make. I mean, yes, I could have put a circle of paper down and inked, but I wouldn't have gotten all of this really rich detail inside. So it really is one that I like, and I think that I will use it for lots of things. Got some ideas where they're kind of going to be giant bubbles, so I really do recommend that. It is freezing here this morning. We had our first frosty, freezy kind of night, and my nose is running, and I am freezing cold, so I apologize. I keep having to pump my hands because my fingers are so cold. And yes, I am properly dressed. I have on a hoodie, and yeah, it's just freezing. So talk about ink colors. Closest to the moon, I used Villainous Potion. Then as I went out from the moon, I went to Smoky Slate, and then around the very edges, we have Black Soot. The moon itself was Antique Linen and Fossilized Amber. And so when I removed the mask, I put down the Fossilized Amber in the Holy section of the Moon Mask. Then I came back with the Antique Linen and kind of blended that. So it softened out the Fossilized Amber a little bit, but still gave it that really pretty yellowy moon glow. Then I got out some Distress stains, the mica stains, these, and I used Harvest Moon all over the whole tag. I covered back up the moon with the full circle and used Decayed. Y'all, this is probably my favorite spray stain ever, is the Decayed. It is, oh my goodness, the golden undertones of it. I used it in yesterday's tag. I just really love it. Then the bats came from one of the Stamper Anonymous sets. I think this is the one with the scarecrow. It may be the one with the mummy. They both had bats in them. One was a larger scale, one was a smaller scale. I really liked the playfulness of the larger bats with this tag. Then I have put clear gesso over my paper doll. I used my finger to do it and just spread it on. Gives the watercolor crayon something to grab a hold of. So it goes from a smooth feeling surface to almost a sandy feeling surface, but if it were a really fine sand. Added some bat wings. Oh my goodness. I may have to buy another package or 2 of these before they're completely gone. I love the bat wings. So colored my paper doll girl in purples and oranges to kind of match the background. This is off of the Everyday labels, Free to Fly. And then I added the word play with some rubs on it. And then I added a little watercolor to it, and that is the first layer, or the big layer of my tag. Then I took some grit paste and added it on top of an area that I'd kind of inked with Villainous Potion and splattered a little bit with Harvest Moon so that that would come through. That's one of the cool features about the Crypt grit paste, is that the inks and things underneath will pull up through the grit paste. Then I have another one of those cute little Happy Halloween tickets that I sprayed with Decayed, and that actually may be Flickering Candle on there. I think I did those before I had this year's. So that may not even be Decayed. I think it is though. Anyway, like Tim talks about a lot, I do compartmentalize a lot of things. So I have, let's see if I can pull it out without knocking everything off. One day I just sat and stamped the tags, and then I kind of sprayed the bottom. Yes, it kind of went a little bit everywhere, but that way I have tags sitting around. I was thinking coming into Christmas and the fall season that this is Fossilized Amber and this one is Salvage Patina, I think. So I was thinking that those would mix well with kind of the fall and then coming into winter season. So I have a huge sheet of these that can be cut apart. I clearly did not do enough Halloween. I will have to do some more of those. But here is today's tag stack.